Good evening, good afternoon, good wherever you are. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm the only one again. I can't wait to see your new place you'll be shooting from. I mean, it won't look any different, really. It's just we moved into a bigger place. I'm still going to be probably shooting in front of my bookcase, like always. So you guys really won't notice too much that's different. Well, with the exception of the Manga Mondays and stuff like that, you'll be able to see in the background. We also got our Christmas tree up in the back. So there's that. We are still massively unpacking. So things are going to be a little bit sparse right now. Just giving you all a heads up. Yeah, we're getting there. We're not exactly settled in yet, but we're getting there. Like we were able to clear out most of the boxes yesterday. So like I said, content-wise, it's going to be a bit sparse this week. All the Patreon stuff is going to go up like normal. Review, don't really have a review plan for this week simply because we're still in the moving phase, and I'm still going to be doing the news show with Jess today, so there's that. But good morning, everybody. Hello, Luke. Hello, Fun Mental. Yeah. Noah, hello, Jax. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? As many of you know, today's Sunday streaming, I will be taking questions. I saw Rogue One last night. Fucking awesome. Awesome movie. Really good movie. Should have kept the boxes for your cat. We actually kept like 2 boxes, and she's now a porch cat because we've got a screen now, so she's just chilling on the porch now more than anything else. But yeah, saw Rogue One last night, and it was badass. It was really good. Yeah, that end scene. Oh, right? That Vader scene at the end. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Oh, so much fan service. I wasn't too crazy about the CGI faces that they used. Thought that was a bit much. I was like, okay, I get it. You're younging up this character, and Tarkin, the actor that plays him, isn't alive anymore, so you got to do what you got to do. But there was a little bit of the uncanny valley going on for me there. I was like, it's almost there. You guys almost have it. It's like right there, but you're still throwing me off a little bit with the uncanny valley. Like I can still tell it's CG and still something's wrong, but hey mate, new sub here. Was hoping for some advice. Bought myself Batman Year One, The Killing Joke, Hush, Dark Knight Returns, and Arkham Asylum. Any recommendations on what to read first? Are you a new reader to comics? If you are, then I'm going to say start with Batman Year One. Start with Batman Year One, then do Dark Knight Returns, then move on to The Killing Joke, Arkham Asylum, and Hush. I would go that way. I hate theaters too. Typically, I really do hate theaters, but Rogue One is really good. Like it impressed me. It's not as good as Empire. In the my favorite of the, if I would rank the top three, it would probably be Empire, New Hope, and Rogue One. I really like that it ties in so well to A New Hope. I really do like that. I love the fact that it ties in so well to A New Hope, and I love the fact that well, I love the fact that they took the one of the hugest glaring flaws of A New Hope, which was why would they put in this port? Why would this thing be here? It doesn't make any sense. This glaring weakness. And it's like, no, it was designed that way. I really like that. That was a really cool concept, and they basically built a story around it. What is the best Deadpool? That's purely subjective. There are a lot of people that really love Deadpool. There's Daniel Way, which Riley hates. Riley hates Daniel Way's run. Joe Kelly is considered by far to be the best in a lot of circles, the best Deadpool writer, where he was the one that really took the character and he like, okay, where you're gonna break the third wall, you're gonna do this, you're doing this kind of thing. Brian Posehn's run, which they just released an omnibus like last week, is really good as well. So I recommend you do Joe Kelly and Brian Posehn. Just finished Immortal Iron Fist. I'm confused. Did Danny and Misty Knight's kid get retconned? I don't recall. It's been a really long time since I've read that. Any recommendations for comics to get for Christmas? Anything in particular? Are you looking for like a Christmassy comic or anything like that? Because if you're looking for something related to Christmas and it's badass, I recommend Klaus, which is basically Santa Claus Year One. It's badass. I haven't read it, but I've heard great things. At least it didn't have Jar Jar Binks. Anything is better than him. Good, yes. Oh, God. Jar Jar Binks can burn in a dumpster fire for all I care. I hate that bastard. Ugh. I actually would have liked if it panned in on the skull of Jar Jar Binks and it's just smoldering or something. Ugh. Is the Magneto run by Cullen over yet? Last volume came 2015, apparently. If I'm not mistaken, it is. I'm pretty sure it is done. Cullen Bunn's moved on to a few other things. Favorite Christmas horror film? It's a good question. Krampus is good. Krampus is real good. Huh. Okay, so the general consensus is it has to have something Christmassy related in the background. It has to have like an ornament or like a Christmas tree or something in the background for it to be considered a Christmas horror film. I'm going to give it to Gremlins. Gremlins is probably my favorite Christmas horror film. Is the Immortal Iron Fist any good? Yes. Immortal Iron Fist is extremely good. Written by Matt Fraction and Ed Brubaker. Astoundingly good. Really, really good stuff. If you've never read it, it is an easy to pick up, easy to read version of Iron Fist. You don't need to know anything about the character. You can jump in and you will have a great time. It's basically Mortal Kombat. Which Final Fantasy do you like the most? 7, 8, or 9? 8. But my favorite is probably 6 out of all of them. I've been playing, well, I got a little bit of it into 15. 15 is really surprisingly really good. Could you explain what is the best way to read comics digitally? I got the Marvel Unlimited, but I'm not sure if it's the right way. The best way to read comics digitally, really it's a matter of opinion. I personally like Comixology. I thought Comixology is really, really great. A really great way of reading comics. Marvel Unlimited is great if you don't mind being 6 months behind on current issues. If that's what you're into, that's perfectly fine. You save yourself a lot of money, though. Rogue One thoughts. I already talked about Rogue One. I talked about Rogue One. Well, okay, so I guess if I had to score it, I'd score just on a number scale Rogue One like an 8.5. It has its flaws. I think the first half is really slow. For me, for my personal taste, I think the first half is really slow, but it picks up a lot, especially towards the end. Like once there are two characters that they show, and it's you know it's for fans. The two characters they show it's like, oh, this is obviously for fans. Once they show those two characters and they're classic characters, you're like, oh shit, and then it goes just boom, full tilt. Once it gets to that beach scene, it's like, oh my gosh, the movie just hits it out of the park. And there was a lot of build up to it throughout the whole thing, but overall, man, Rogue One was so good. It was really, really good. I really dug Rogue One. Some of the things I didn't like I've already mentioned, I really didn't care for the CGI on the faces of the actors. I get it, especially in the sense of Tarkin, because he's such an important character. It sucks that the actor died. I get that. However, I got a bit of the Uncanny Valley. How cool was that? That the laser beam for the Death Star is powered by them mining Jedi crystals. I was like, holy shit, that's a really cool idea. And Vader at the hands down the best Vader scene of all. Like the best Vader scene of all. It's incredible. Like you finally get to see Vader like kick ass because throughout the entire Rogue One series you hear throughout wow the entire Rogue One series throughout the entire Star Wars series you hear oh Vader's a badass, Vader's a badass, you know, he's incredible, he's this badass. And maybe it's because of the limit of CGI and the practical effects and things like that of like the 70s and the 80s. You really don't get a sense of his true power. You get that here. I see. I thought they did pretty good. I thought they did pretty good with that, with the CGI on her. It was okay. But that was another case where I was like, you know what? That's definitely a case of uncanny valley. It's like it's you're almost there. You can almost get it. You are almost there to pulling it off, but we're not quite there yet. Happened to me as well in Marvel in Civil War. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. After watching Rogue One, you basically realize he was just toying with Obi-Wan in A New Hope. Yeah, he was just fucking with him. And he was holding back against Luke. Yeah, actually, yeah, it puts all those good point. It puts all those fights in a new perspective because he was probably holding back against Luke and he was just toying with Obi-Wan. Calvin and Hobbes, how much do you love it? The complete collection in paperback or hardcover? I personally like the paperback version. I have it. Jess has the hardcover version, and the hardcovers are, oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. They are astonishingly gorgeous. They are just pure, just mwah, no, sex. But if if you're on a budget, the trade paperbacks are great. Calvin and Hobbes is classic material, man. It's fun stuff. You could pull it out. You could just read a few issues or a few strips, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's classic stuff. You can't go wrong with any Calvin and Hobbes. Just ordered my first omnibus, Green Lantern Volume 1. Heard the spine isn't very good. How has yours held up? Mine's held up pretty well. I haven't had any complaints. The spine hasn't ripped or anything like that, but I have heard the same thing that you're saying uh, that the spine on it can be a bit of a pain in the ass, and it can snap for certain people. Did I hang my blue balls on my Christmas tree yet? Not yet. They're going up later today. Just ordered my first Omni. Okay, I already answered that. I picked up the first two deluxe editions of 100 Bullets for 15 bucks each. Good pickup. Finally got the last volume of Ennis's Punisher Max Complete Collection. Realized well over 80 issues of reading. Yeah, it's a lot of content, bud. Did you read multiple collections or did you do one collection at a time? Google knows I moved. Yeah, I hate this situation. Honestly, this I wish I could come up I wish I could use a better streaming service to live stream to this. It's a pain in the ass. I fucking hate Google. I hate this Google shit that they have. It's complete trash. Especially lately, it seems like it's been crashing. And it's not my Mac, and it's definitely not my internet because I'm paying top price for like the best internet that I can get. This is all the problems are on Google's side. But yeah, going back to the question, do I read? I read multiple series at once simply because there's a lot of crunch time that I have to do just get reviews and just get things out and things like that. Because content, you got to put out content. Twitch has a new option for real life content. Does it? I might switch over to Twitch then. Can I stream directly to YouTube using Twitch? Because if that's the case, I might just end up doing that. I have my provider is a Bright House right now. Yeah, because they have pretty much the monopoly on this on the area that I live in. I also bought Daredevil, Man Without Fear, and Born Again. Is that a good choice for starting out on Daredevil? Oh, absolutely. Those are great classic Daredevil stories. Those are perfect places to start with the old Hornhead. Really? All right. Well, fuck this Google shit. I'm gonna start looking into using Twitch. Their streaming service is a lot better anyway than the crap that Google is putting out. I'll look into that. Thanks, guys. I actually have a Twitch account that I used to use. Let me see. I'm gonna look into that. What do I think about the last few issues of Batman Rebirth when he meets Bane? I thought it was pretty good. I'm actually really behind on Batman Rebirth. The last issue I read was probably 6 or 7. I'm really behind on it simply because Tom King's writing. I love Tom King. The guy's a solid writer. He's great at everything he puts out. Omega Man is probably it's gonna make it in my top 5 at the end of the year. Um, but he didn't seem to have a hold on the character of Batman for me, at least in the first half of that run. Now I've heard and I saw and I noticed as well that he was getting better. He was getting more of a solid voice for Batman as the series went on. But those first few issues, there were some moments where I was like, I've got my problems with this. How do I feel about the upcoming Ghost in the Shell film? I've seen the trailer. I get that there are problems, especially now with the casting choice of Scarlett Johansson to play an Asian character. Um, I'm cautiously optimistic. They seem to really, they seem to understand the source material, and they seem to mimic it very well, and they seem to really capture the essence of it, at least the look. Will they pull it off? That remains to be seen. Thoughts on the Unwritten Deluxe? I don't have it. I don't have it yet. Dude, I've been moving. I am like flat broke right now because we just put all our money into. Can you guys hear me at least? Can you at least hear me? All right, hold on, guys. Let me see. It's fucking Google Hangouts piece of shit they're using. Hangouts doesn't detect your camera. Connected to your computer. Yes, it is. It's attached to my fucking Mac. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try another stream. I'm gonna open something else up.